Hello everybody, we are back. Took a little bit of a vacation. Although I did not stop trading, the Discord has still been active 24/7. As we'll talk about in today's video, I've been trading a lot of Corsair Gaming. So let's get right into it. As you can see, Corsair had a green day on Friday. It really did nothing all the way up until about 2 to 3 o'clock Eastern time. Where then it really, for no reason, no news came out, just kind of started taking off to the moon. Finished the day up almost 3.3%. After hours, it did not slow down. Take a look at this big spike right before the market closed for good for the week. Up almost another 1% in after hours trading. So on the day, up about 4.25% to close out the week. But as we can see on the week, still not looking that great. Very choppy week, very choppy month, very choppy 3 months, which we'll talk about. But up about 2% on the week. On the month, up only a little over 1.5%, but over the past 3 months, down about 1.3%. But I've been taking advantage of that with options trading. So let's take a look at the options trade right now. I currently, if you remember from some of my older videos from a few months ago, I own 400 shares of Corsair Gaming stock, ticker symbol CRSR, at a cost basis a little over $38 a share. So I've noticed that for the past 3 months, Corsair has been trading between 30 and 35 bucks. So I've been selling covered calls on Corsair for the past few months, just making premium money, making that taco money. And I currently have 4 covered calls on Corsair at 35 bucks that I sold for 66 bucks a pop. So I'm already in the green on those. And I also opened 4 cash secured puts. Both of these calls expire this Friday, June 18th. And all of the puts also expire June 18th. Corsair right now only has monthly options, but those puts I sold at 30 bucks, and I sold those, if I wanted to sell some puts, I sold those for $40 a pop, so I'm already in the green on those as well. So basically I have strangles open on Corsair Gaming stock right now. Now if you did not want to get risk of losing your shares or getting assigned more shares, you could turn that strangle into an iron condor. If you don't know what that is, drop me a comment below, or better yet, join the Discord server. We still have a promotion going where the first 5 people to join will get to lock in a very low introductory rate. So hop on the Discord server and come chat with us. But I'll show you why I've been trading these $30, $35 range on Corsair like clockwork for the past few months in just a second. But like we always do, let's take a look at some of the news. So this is an article out of Yahoo Finance from Zacks that came out on Wednesday of this past week. And really the take-home point from this article was the Zacks rating. So if you're not familiar with the Zacks rank system, they evaluate stocks from number 1, which is a strong buy, to number 5, which is a strong sell. And right now, Corsair has a Zacks rank of number 2, which is a buy. And according to their rating, their stocks that they've labeled number 1 are delivering an average annual return of 25% since 1988. So Corsair being a number 2, it's not too shabby. And I also think Corsair is undervalued. It has a forward PE ratio right now of 17.55, whereas the industry average right now is 26.24. So very low PE ratio compared to some of the other tech stocks, if you want to consider Corsair a tech stock, which it really isn't. But some of the other big name stocks have PE ratios that are just through the roof right now. Let's take a look at another article. This one is out of Motley Fool. And this one is talking about the streaming revolution, talking about Corsair compared to Logitech. And here's the real take-home point. Consistent growth in sales for Corsair last year in 2020. The company delivered $1.7 billion, that's billion with a B, in net revenue, which is a 55% increase from the year prior. Now, I believe Corsair's market cap is just a little over $2 billion. So they basically did their whole market cap in net revenue last year, which is just crazy to think about. So again, I think Corsair is undervalued. Of course, not financial advice. This is just my personal opinion. I'm just some random dude on the internet. So always do your own due diligence. But taking a look at the stock trading graph here, let's take a look at some TA. So this is TA from many, many moons ago when I used to make more videos, but really has still held up just fine. I mean, take a look at this. Ever since March to even this past Friday, Corsair has just been bouncing between 30 and 35 bucks. In fact, if we look at this trend line at around 30 bucks, The only times Corsair has dipped below 30 bucks, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, the very next day, it's bounced right back above it. Same thing on the high side. If we take a look at this line about 35 bucks, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, I mean, this touched it really. But again, only 4 times has Corsair intraday gone over 35 bucks, but it has never closed above 35 bucks in the past 3 months. So that's why I've just been making some good money on this $30 to $35 channel that Corsair has been trading on. And also, if you look at the volume here, yes, the volume in the past month has kind of ticked up a little bit on Corsair. It's kind of very, very low back in March and April. But if we zoom out here, not nearly still as high as it was back in end of 2020 and early 2021. So volume still hasn't really picked up yet on Corsair. This orange line here is the 21-day moving average. The pink line is the 50-day moving average. We're still not even trading above the 50-day MA. You can see intraday, we got close to it on Friday. But I still think, unless some crazy news happens, I mean, we don't even have earnings coming up until around September. So there's real no catalyst right now. Although E3 is happening right now, although I don't know if that's going to give a big pump to Corsair, but it may, maybe a little bit of positive news there. But I don't know if there's enough news right now or any catalyst coming up to make Corsair go above 35 bucks or drop below 30. We'll have to wait and see. I probably will let my options hopefully expire worthless this Friday, as long as nothing crazy happens. If I do get a little bit nervous, I can easily close them out and lock in some gains. But that's what I'm looking at right now. My opinion right now is that we're just going to keep trading in this $30 to $35 range. What I've been doing is when Corsair gets closer to 30 bucks, like around 30, 31, 32, is when I sell some puts. When it gets back to the high side around 34, 35, that's when I sell my covered calls. That way I can maximize my premiums on both sides. But that's just been my strategy. That's been working for me for the past few months. Let me know in the comments below if you have Corsair stock or options, how you've been trading it. Are you bag holding some of these shares like I am? But I'm in it for the long haul. I don't think I want my shares to get called away. If my strike gets breached on the high side, I probably will roll it out to maintain and hold on to those shares, because I think I want to hold Corsair for the long term. I'm hoping it can become like Logitech and trade for over $100 a share at least. I mean, like I said, I'm in the 30s, so if I can 3x my money, be very happy with that. Let's end the video like we always do, looking at the option flow data on Sweepcast. So here's the Sweepcast platform that I've been using for my option flow data. You can see on Corsair this past Friday, 4 orders came in all towards the end of the day. 3 of the 4 were bearish. In fact, some of these came in during power hour. In fact, the 3 bearish ones did, which is interesting because that's when Corsair was rising. So that's another reason why I think that we're going to trade flat again, because it seems like Corsair was building up some momentum, and then all of a sudden, this big money orders came in to kind of maybe play the downside or beat this stock down a little bit. They're all for the $35 strike as well. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But they are some long dated options. So this one is December, another one for December, this one's for November. The earliest one is next month, July of 16 of 2021. But that's actually the lowest valued option flow as well, though. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But in my opinion, everything that I see right now just tells me that Corsair is going to trade flat again, 30 to 35. But I'm okay with that because I'm just going to keep selling some puts, I think. Hopefully keep collecting some premiums, play the upside as well if I think it's not going to breach or if no new crazy news comes out. I'll have to wait and see what happens. Thanks for tuning in. As always, make sure you join the Discord server if you're not in there already. We can take a look at the option flow data. I do chart requests. I can send you some flow if you'd like. Just let me know. Make sure you add me on Twitter, StockTwits, Instagram, and Reddit. As always, hope you're having a good day. Hope you have a green trading week, and I'll see you on the moon.